Hi everyone and welcome to this phenomenal 700pp build. So if you've seen the earlier video about this car, it is an Alfa Romeo 4C and what we've done is the engine swap for the 458 Italia. This car is absolutely unbelievable. It's so fast, so nimble and so easy to drive. We've spent ages dialing it in, and in that Fallout Boy livery that I've done myself, I think it's fantastic. So get your Alfa Romeo 4C, let's get this build underway, and you can enjoy an amazing car that is great around any track, even Le Mans. So now we're at GT Auto. The first thing you're going to need to do, regardless of where you're at this stage, is make sure you've done your engine swap. So if you've done it already, just bear with me, there's a few bits you'll need from here. If you haven't, this is a critical stage where you're going to waste so much time, effort and money, on the game instead of just doing this section properly. It's very important. So GT Auto, you go to car maintenance and service, and once you're on there, on the bottom right you'll see it says engine swap, and that's where you want to put the 458 Italia engine into this car. Now if you've done anything, tuning parts, anything, you're going to lose it all. So this is a critical stage to get this done right and do it right first time. So engine swap, get that installed. Once you've done that, get your wide body installed. So now we've done that, let's go back to the main menu on GT Auto and we'll go to car customization. Now with car customization, this is where you can change the wheels to however you like and whatever you like. So on this particular car, you can see I've not really done the wheels. I have widened them, but I've not really changed much. So what you can do is stick a set of wheels on. Now stick to 18 inch at the front and 19 inch at the rear. That's what you need to stick to. Rim width wide and offset wide, and get those installed on there. Now that you've done that, go to custom parts. Now at the front, type A. Side, type A. And the wing, a custom wing set. Now on the custom wing set, I've gone for a low wing and the end plate to be type 9. You can choose whatever you like, whatever suits you, but that's just what I've chosen on this build. So going back, racing items, you can do a bonnet pin if you like, and a tow hook, just make it a bit more aesthetically pleasing for you. And under other, light bulb, number plate, and obviously your caliper colour can all be changed on there as well. So now that you've done that, you can either go to livery editor, make your own livery like I did. Look at that, absolutely brilliant Fallout Boy livery. I did all the sponsors along the bottom and a World Endurance Championship style as well. Or you can go to load style and you can pick one from there. There's lots of pages of cars, and you can even get a few that show that this is an engine swap car, because people are very, very smart in the way they've designed it and it looks brilliant. So now we've done that, let's go to the tuning shop and let's get this thing ready to rock and roll with the parts that you need. So now you've finished at GT Auto, here's everything you need to get for your engine swapped Alfa Romeo 4C. So first thing is weight reduction stage 1, get that installed, and then go to Club Sports and you want to get bore up, high compression pistons, weight reduction stage 2, a power restrictor and a ballast. So now that you've got those on there, go to semi-racing and you want to get a racing crankshaft, fully customizable computer, a fully customizable LSD, weight reduction stage 3 and increase the body rigidity. Under racing, you want to get engine balance tuning, polish ports, a racing air filter, a racing silencer, a racing exhaust manifold, racing brake pads, brake balance controller, fully customizable suspension, racing clutch and flywheel, fully customizable racing transmission, and a set of racing hard tyres. Now depending on what PP range you want to go for, you can choose a higher compounder tyre, but racing hard is definitely the go-to for this car at the moment. Now under extreme, get some carbon ceramic brake kits, that's going to help you slow this car down because it is an absolute animal in the power range. And intermediate tyres, the reason for getting those is depending on what track you go on, what event, or even if you're doing a money grind at Le Mans, there is a high chance you're going to need those at some point, so please get those as well. Okay, now that you've done that, just go to Ultimate and you just need to get titanium connecting rods and pistons. Now, if you are not level 50 and you can't access Ultimate, don't worry, you can get those. It just means that your PP will be less and the max power will be less as well. You will still win. I've done a test earlier on, but this is definitely something you can do with getting. So let's go back to the garage, let's get on that setting sheet, let's get this sorted, and then you can go and enjoy a powerful engine swapped Alfa Romeo for yourself. So now we're back at the setting sheet. Top left you can see engine model Ferrari 458. That's what's bolstered into this Alfa Romeo, and the raw power that provides is fantastic. You can see this is suitable for that latest update, the 1.55 update, because we've just done that on the 11th of Feb. And here we go, let's get into it. Racing hard tyres first of all, and then at the front on the suspension you want front 85 and the rear 90. The anti-roll bars 7 at the front and 10 at the rear. Your damping ratio compression, you want 25 at the front and 27 at the rear. Your damping ratio expansion, 42 front and rear. Your natural frequency, you want 2.25 at the front and 2.3 at the rear. And your negative camber angle, 3.2 at the front and 2.8 at the rear. Now your toe angle, I've gone for a toe in of 0.05 at the front, 0.15 at the rear. Definitely assists on those windy tracks, and it's great for helping it move from one to another, and it's an easy transition in between. Now your initial torque, set that to 5, and your acceleration sensitivity, set that to 8, and that's just going to give you a nice balance between putting your foot down and not having the car spin out too much power at once. Your braking sensitivity, I've set that to 25 because you're going to need to help slowing this absolute monster down, and that is definitely going to assist you there. Now the downforce, it's gone very light at the front, it is 20, and as you can see there, that is all the way to the left. So make sure that's what you've got, and then the opposite end on the rear, all the way to the right, 260 on there. Now your ECU, drop that to 84%. Ballast 200 kilos, and you want that to be position -48. Now your power restrictor, keep that 100%. Don't touch that under any circumstances, please, because you will just drain the power out of this car, and that is not what you want. Now the fully customizable racing transmission, this was an interesting one to try and set up because between the gears it just wanted to wheel spin. If you've not seen that earlier video where I've done the engine swap, please watch it. You will gain a better understanding of what this car was like once we've done the engine swap and what I'm talking about with the gear ratios. So I've had to adjust these to make sure that 1, it's not going to wheel spin all the way up into 4th gear, and 2, give you a balance of power and acceleration between corners, and again helping you put the power down on long straights like the Mulsanne straight or the final straight at Nordschleife. Okay, so let's get into this. Some manual adjustments. After you've set your top speed to 410, this is what you want to click on. So first gear 2.226, second gear 1.412, third gear 1.036, fourth gear 0.852, fifth gear 0.732, and sixth gear 0.646. That's a final drive of 5005, and this thing is revving over 10,500 RPM. No wonder that sounds absolutely amazing. Now on this side you can see that's everything that we've installed, and it was everything that was available when we did it. And your brake balance controller, get that to the rear balance of 50. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to nail a lap at Nordschleife and see how fast this thing can go around there, because it's an absolute powerhouse of a car, and see where it is. And I'll explain what happens when you're at Le Mans and what to expect on a money grind, and the same again for most tracks, what this car is like, and you will see for yourself what it's like, how I drive it, and what the reactions are. So let's get into that. If you want to see the engine swap and what happened there, there's a little tab on the screen now, click on that, and failing that, I'll see you on the next one if you don't want to carry on watching. But if you do and you want to see an amazing fast lap in this stunning car, then just keep watching till the end and you'll be surprised by the lap time, just like I was. Hi everyone, and here we go. It is time to see what this Alfa can do at Nordschleife. I am hoping for an amazingly fast lap, this higher revving car, and let's see how close we can get to that Lancia Delta that was in the Nismo swap, or whether we can beat it. Is it going to be the fastest engine swap I've done, or is it going to fall short? Hopefully not. So 650 brake horsepower, just over 1100 kilos, because we put the ballast at the front just to help maintain a bit of parity. Otherwise, it's got no downforce and you lose the full steering at the front on some tracks. So let's get into this now. Right, here we go. Come on, let's see what we can get this to do. So this was built this morning. Enjoyed around Le Mans to test for you. And not only that, it allows me to give you a preview of what you expect when you're going to other tracks, because that is what this car is made for as well. It's not just a one track car, it's definitely made for tracks like this where you can enjoy throwing it around and giving it some power. Now, these first few corners, the reason for second is the pickup you can see there in between corners. So I'm just going to keep it there, and as we come around the sweep and bend, you can see how quick that pickup on the power is. Now this car revs over 10,500 RPM, 650 brake horsepower, and it is absolutely phenomenal to drive. I really enjoyed this one, making it, testing it, you know, just giving it a good thrashing. You can just see, trying to make sure it's going to be able to be used by you for any event you want to throw it in. I really want to do a solid lap yet, so I'm trying to focus on the task at hand. Come on. So there's not going to be much talking on this. You get to listen to that amazing soundtrack. Now for those that do decide to go to Le Mans, this car will get you 2 laps. That's fuel map 6. Now I did try and do I did a couple of laps of half shifting. And the reason for that was just to see whether I could get 3 laps. Because it still had the power when I was half shifting. But unfortunately, even with the half shifting, it didn't work. 2.5 laps is your max. But that's fine, because that's what you get out of most cars at Le Mans, isn't it? I mean, there's a few surprises that I've had over the recent weeks. One was the Pagani Zonda. That was just that was something else. And that Civic, that little Civic, was the biggest surprise I think I've had from an update on this game in a long time. But back to this, it'll be 2 laps, easy pickings. You know, over 190 mph on the Mulsanne straight, so you don't need to worry about anything there. It's definitely just going to pull away from the competition, and honestly, it's amazing to drive. It's so fun, and on this track I'm trying to focus on seriously just getting that win, because I want it to be top spot, and I'm going to push the limit as much as I can. Come on. I'm definitely going to be talking to myself a lot on this one. Come on. Now you get to see all that info at the bottom of the screen, so you can see when I've braked, when I've accelerated, how far I've turned. You know, you can see all of that. on the grass a little bit then. I felt that. Come on. What gets me is it sounds like it goes, ugh, but it's not. It's just like it's taking a breath before throwing loads of power at you. Come on. Oh, I love this car. Come on. So you have some cars that make you fall in love with racing and driving. Honestly, over the years there's been so many cars that I've loved watching, and in all different categories as well. I mean, British touring cars, I mean, what a thing that was to watch. And then you got the World Touring Car Championship, that's another one. There's just so many of these cars that you just think, wow, they were amazing. Come on, I'm trying to think where I am on this track now. CQ, third, second. Come on. Come on. Go. Some of the cars that were on there, I mean, they were just phenomenal, and they've been in previous versions of Gran Turismo as well. And there's lots of other cars that have been on there as well that you don't see now, and it's a shame. I mean, even like the Panos. I mean, what a mad car that was. There's just so many insane little cars that were on there. Off the power a little bit. Down gear, come on. Even under high speed, this thing is under control. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! Oh, 158! Oh, dear me. 158, where's that put it? Oh, please be near the top. I can't remember what was top. So it's 655, I think. Come on, where are you? Oh, fourth. Do you know what? I can't complain. I honestly can't complain. Maybe it's got a bit more. It's not going to get it out of me today. But I'm happy with that. I made up that it's in the top 5. That Delta is just, that is a different beast entirely. I mean, what a car. But the Alfa, I'm made up. I'm so pleased with that car. And if you're going to use this car, or you have used it, please tell me what you think. How was it? Did you enjoy it? If you know someone who might like it, share it with them. And I just want to build this channel and this community and make sure it's the best. So you have a great day. Enjoy that build. I know I certainly have, and I know I certainly will. Right, I'm off to do the next one, and I'll see you next time.